Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will delve into the thrilling twists and turns awaiting us in Port Charles during the week of May 12th, 2016. From shocking decisions to hidden secrets, the drama is heating up as Sonny Corinthos makes a bold move, Nina Reeves faces a precarious future, and alliances are tested like never before. Buckle up as we explore the intricate web of relationships, betrayals, and unexpected offers that will keep viewers on the edge of their seats. With new layers of intrigue and surprising character developments, let's dive into the heart of General Hospital's latest storylines, filled with emotion, strategy, and startling revelations. Sonny's controversial decision and Jason's resistance. In a stunning turn of events, Sonny Corinthos finds himself at a crossroads that could alter the landscape of Port Charles forever. Rumors are swirling that he's contemplating selling his prized peers to the enigmatic and dangerous Jen Sidwell, a move that promises immense profit but comes with grave risks. This decision has sent shockwaves through his inner circle, particularly with Jason Morgan, who vehemently opposes the deal. Jason, ever the loyal protector, believes this transaction could drag Sonny deeper into a web of treachery and violence. In a clandestine meeting at a dimly lit warehouse by the docks, Jason strategizes with Carly Spencer, brainstorming ways to derail Sonny's plans before it's too late. Their conversation is charged with urgency as they recall past dealings with ruthless figures like Sidwell, fearing history might repeat itself with devastating consequences. Adding to the tension, Laura Collins is left reeling when she learns of Sonny's potential capitulation to Sidwell's terms. Known for her steadfast moral compass, Laura can't fathom why Sonny would entertain such a perilous arrangement, no matter the financial gain. Her frustration boils over during a heated encounter at the mayor's office, where she might clash with Drew Kane or even the mysterious Ezra Boyle, a shadowy figure with ties to Sidwell. Laura's rare loss of composure hints at deeper concerns, perhaps a fear that Port Charles could become a battleground for criminal empires if this deal proceeds. Her impassioned plea for reason might just be the wake-up call someone needs, but will it be enough to sway Sonny? Tracy's secret assignment and Jocelyn's double life. Meanwhile, Tracy Quartermaine is cooking up a scheme of her own, approaching Jason with a proposition that piques his curiosity. Tracy, with her signature blend of cunning and charm, has devised a special assignment she believes only Jason can handle. While details remain under wraps, sources suggest it might involve infiltrating a high-stakes operation tied to the town's underbelly, possibly linked to Sidwell's growing influence. Over a tense brunch at the Metro Court, Tracy lays out her plan, her piercing gaze daring Jason to refuse. This collaboration could redefine their dynamic, blending family loyalty with risky business, as Tracy seeks to protect the Quartermaine legacy from unseen threats. Elsewhere, Jocelyn Jax is navigating a dangerous double life as she carries out covert orders for the WSB. Her latest mission has her orchestrating the downfall of Emma Scorpio Drake, a task that weighs heavily on her conscience. Despite her internal conflict, Jocelyn remains resolute, meeting with Jack Brennan and Vaughn in a secluded park to assure them that her plan is unfolding flawlessly. Her steely determination impresses Professor Henry Hank Dalton, who praises her efficiency and hints at securing her a coveted research assistant position as a reward. Jocelyn's journey is a tightrope walk between duty and morality, leaving fans wondering how long she can maintain this facade before her true feelings or her cover crack under pressure. Portia's sick secrets and Carly sips warnings. Over at General Hospital, Portia Robinson finds herself in a bind as she drops cryptic hints to Curtis Ashford about a troubling situation. Curtis, ever perceptive, begins to suspect that Drew Kane might hold some form of leverage over Portia, possibly tied to a past medical decision or a hidden scandal at the hospital. Their late-night conversation in their cozy living room is fraught with unspoken fears as Portia struggles to decide whether to come clean. Seeking solace, she turns to Ava Jerome for advice during a heartfelt chat over coffee. Ava, no stranger to navigating murky waters, offers Portia a blend of tough love and strategic counsel, urging her to protect her family at all costs while subtly probing for the truth behind her distress. Simultaneously, Carly Spencer takes on the role of protector as she confronts Lulu Spencer over her relentless pursuit of adoption records. Lulu's obsession with uncovering the origins of Giovanni Gio Palmieri, whom she suspects might be the long-lost child of Brooklyn Quartermaine and Dante Falconeri, has Carly on edge. In a tense exchange outside Kelly's diner, Carly warns Lulu to drop the investigation, fearing the emotional havoc it could unleash on multiple families. However, Lulu's determination only intensifies as she later pores over old documents in her dimly lit apartment, driven by a need for answers. Will Carly's cautionary words prove futile, or will Lulu unearth a truth that changes everything? Willow sits heartache and Sunny sits redemption. Heartbreak looms on the horizon for Willow Corinthos as she grapples with revelations that could shatter her world. Whispers suggest she might uncover Drew Kane's shady maneuvers, including his alleged role in manipulating her access to a critical clinic in Germany. The betrayal stings deeper when she learns that Michael Corinthos wasn't the one who turned her away, it was Drew's doing, possibly through bribes or coercion. This discovery, unfolding during a tearful confrontation in the Corinthos family home, threatens to unravel her trust in those closest to her. As Willow processes the deception, Drew scrambles to contain the fallout, his actions in the coming episodes hinting at either desperate damage control or escalated threats against an unknown player. In a surprising twist, Sunny pays a personal visit to Willow amidst this turmoil, offering a rare glimpse of vulnerability. Sitting together in a quiet garden, Sunny shares his intention to leave the mob life behind, hoping to inspire Willow to mend her fractured family ties with Michael. His words carry the weight of a man seeking redemption, reflecting on years of choices that have cost him dearly. This fatherly gesture adds a poignant layer to Sunny's arc, showing his desire to rebuild not just his empire, but his relationships, a stark contrast to the ruthless image tied to the Sidwell deal. Family crises and tempting offers? The Corinthos family faces further strife as Christina Corinthos Davis spirals into a crisis of her own, prompting Alexis Davis to step in with fierce determination. Alexis, known for her legal acumen and protective instincts, takes charge during a dramatic family meeting, attempting to steer Christina away from self-destruction. Her efforts might also involve an unexpected play recruiting Rick Lansing with a tempting offer to turn against Ava Jerome. Though Rick's loyalty is famously unpredictable, Alexis's proposal, delivered over a tense dinner at a local bistro, could shift alliances in unforeseen ways. Will Rick bite, or will his own agenda complicate matters further? Lastly, Nina Reeves stands on shaky ground as her future hangs in the balance. If Willow discovers the truth about the Drew drugging drama, a scandal buried under layers of deceit, she might sever ties with Nina for good. Desperate to salvage her relationship, Nina turns to an unlikely ally, Carly, with a critical request. In a charged encounter at the park, Nina pleads for Carly's help in orchestrating a cover-up, her voice trembling with the fear of losing everything. This moment of vulnerability from Nina, paired with Carly's internal debate over whether to assist her longtime rival, sets the stage for a complex moral dilemma that could redefine their rivalry or bury Nina's secrets deeper. Next, we will explore the dark undercurrents stirring in Port Charles as Drew Kane tightens his grip on Dr. Portia Robinson with a chilling blackmail scheme. The drama intensifies with shocking accusations, fabricated evidence, and a family member's reputation hanging in the balance. Join us as we uncover the intricate details of Drew's sinister plot, the moral dilemmas facing Portia, and the potential downfall of a Quartermain matriarch. With new twists and invented elements woven into the narrative, prepare for a deep dive into betrayal, manipulation, and the high stakes of power in this week's General Hospital spoilers. Drew Kane's ruthless blackmail of Portia Robinson. In a twisted game of power, Drew Kane continues to wield his knowledge of Portia Robinson's past actions like a weapon, refusing to expose her role in drugging him with ketamine just yet. Instead, he's holding the secret over her head, using it as leverage for an even more nefarious agenda. Sources close to the situation reveal that Drew has his sights set on a larger target, his own aunt, Tracy Quartermain. Over a tense meeting in a shadowy back room at the Metro Court, Drew lays out his chilling intentions to Portia. He plans to frame Tracy as the mastermind behind his drugging, orchestrating a web of lies that could destroy her standing in the family and the community. Drew's motives run deep, fueled by a bitter resentment toward Tracy for past slights and his burning desire to reclaim the Quartermain name and influence. With Portia trapped under his control, Drew sees her as the perfect pawn to execute his ruthless scheme, leaving her with little choice but to comply or risk her own downfall. The pressure on Portia mounts as Drew reveals the specifics of his demands during a late-night confrontation at the hospital. He instructs her to fabricate a story implicating Tracy as the one who paid off Brad Cooper to supply the ketamine, with an added twist that Tracy allegedly hired an escort named Jacinda to administer the drug. Portia's face pales as she processes the depth of the deception, knowing that agreeing to this lie could ruin an innocent woman's life. Yet, with Drew holding damning information about Heather Weber's test results, a secret that could end her medical career and jeopardize her freedom, Portia feels the walls closing in. Torn between her ethics and self-preservation, she reluctantly nods, her hands trembling as she contemplates the moral cost of becoming Drew's accomplice in this sinister plot. Drew accepts public accusation and fabricated evidence. The plot thickens as Drew takes his scheme to the public stage, organizing a dramatic press conference in the heart of Port Charles at the City Hall courtyard. With cameras flashing and reporters buzzing, he requests Portia's presence to lend credibility to his accusations. Standing before the crowd in a tailored suit, Drew delivers a bombshell statement, claiming to have uncovered the truth about his drugging. He points the finger directly at Tracy Quartermaine, alleging that she orchestrated the entire incident with Brad Cooper's assistance, using the escort Jacinda as the instrument of his near-fatal encounter. Drew's voice drips with feigned outrage as he spins his tale, knowing full well that Brad has long since left town conveniently after receiving a hefty payoff from Drew himself. This absence allows Drew to pin the narrative on Tracy as the one who supposedly bribed Brad, weaving a story that appears airtight to the unsuspecting public. To bolster his claims, Drew unveils fabricated evidence, forged documents, and manipulated security footage that he's meticulously prepared over weeks in a secret office space he's rented under a false name. The evidence, though fake, is convincing enough to cast a shadow of doubt over Tracy, whose shocked expression during the live broadcast speaks volumes. As whispers of disbelief ripple through the crowd, Max Scorpio, ever the diligent chief of police, has no choice but to act on the allegations. Under the glaring lights of the press conference, Mac approaches Tracy with a grim face, informing her that she must accompany him to the PCPD for questioning. The scene is a gut punch to viewers, as Tracy's stoic demeanor barely masks the betrayal and confusion in her eyes while she's led away, the weight of Drew's deception threatening to crush her legacy. Tracy Quartermaine sits arrest and Portia sits guilt. The situation escalates at the Port Charles Police Department, where Tracy endures a grueling interrogation led by Mac Scorpio. In a stark, fluorescent-lit room, Mac presses her with questions about her alleged involvement, presenting the fabricated evidence Drew provided as if it were irrefutable proof. Receipts doctored to show payments to Brad, doctored emails suggesting communication with Jacinda, and grainy footage manipulated to place Tracy at suspicious locations all pile up against her. Despite her fierce denials and sharp wit, the weight of the accusations becomes too much. After hours of relentless scrutiny, Tracy is formally charged with orchestrating Drew's drugging, her wrists cuffed as she's processed for arrest. The image of the indomitable Quartermaine matriarch behind bars sends shockwaves through the community, with her family reeling from the scandal and Drew watching from afar, a smirk of satisfaction playing on his lips as his plan comes to fruition. Meanwhile, Portia wrestles with a crushing burden of guilt as she watches Tracy's downfall unfold on the evening news from the quiet of her hospital office. Each report detailing Tracy's arrest feels like a dagger to her conscience, knowing she played a pivotal role in this injustice by corroborating Drew's lies at the press conference. Her hands fidget with a pen as memories of her forced testimony haunt her every word she spoke under duress. Now a chain binding her to this moral failing, Portia longs to confess the truth, to clear Tracy's name and expose Drew's machinations, but the stakes are too high. Her medical license, her reputation, and even her freedom hang in the balance, tethered to the secret Drew holds over her. Caught in this agonizing limbo, she paces the empty corridors late at night, torn between saving an innocent woman and protecting her own family's future. Drew sits triumph and the road ahead. As the dust settles on Tracy's arrest, Drew Kane revels in the success of his carefully orchestrated plan from the privacy of his upscale apartment overlooking the harbor. Sipping a glass of bourbon, he reflects on how every piece fell into place: Portia's coerced cooperation, the fabricated evidence, and the public's swift judgment of Tracy. His primary goal, regaining the Quartermaine name and power, seems closer than ever, especially as whispers of a referendum vote regarding the piers circulate, a move Tracy once promised would secure his legacy if aligned with their plan to undermine sunny Corinthos. Yet Drew's victory is tinged with a dangerous edge. His actions have made enemies, and cracks in his facade might soon appear. Could someone in Port Charles, perhaps a skeptical family member or an investigative reporter, begin to question the authenticity of his evidence? The fallout from this scandal promises to ripple through General Hospital's narratives in the coming weeks. Will Portia find a way to break free from Drew's control, perhaps confiding in a trusted ally like Curtis Ashford or Ava Jerome for support? Can Tracy, with her cunning and resources, uncover the truth from behind bars and turn the tables on her nephew? And what if Drew will his ruthless ambition ultimately be his undoing as he overplays his hand in this deadly game of deception? The residents of Port Charles are in for a roller coaster of emotions as these questions linger, setting the stage for more explosive confrontations and heartbreaking decisions. Next, We will dive deep into the swirling rumors of a Michael Corinthos recast and explore the tantalizing possibilities for his romantic future in Port Charles. With whispers of a new face stepping into Michael's shoes, fans are buzzing with anticipation about how his return will shake up the dynamics of love, betrayal, and family ties. As Michael prepares to make his grand re-entry after a period of recovery, the burning question remains who will capture his heart upon his return. Will it be a familiar face from his past, or could a fresh romance ignite unexpected sparks? Let's unpack the potential paths for Michael, diving into the intricate web of emotions and secrets that await him, while adding layers of depth to the unfolding drama in this iconic soap opera town. Michael's journey back to Port Charles is not just a physical return, it's a pivotal moment that could redefine his entire future. After enduring a challenging hiatus, perhaps marked by an undisclosed injury or a personal crisis that kept him away from the limelight, Michael is rumored to emerge with a renewed sense of purpose. The recasting of such a central character brings with it a unique opportunity for the writers to reinvent Michael's story arc. Imagine Michael stepping off a private jet at the Port Charles airport, his eyes scanning the familiar yet changed landscape, carrying with him a suitcase full of unresolved emotions and unanswered questions. The choice to pair him with a past love rather than a new character seems like the most seamless way to reintroduce him. This approach would allow viewers to anchor their connection to the new actor through the comfort of a well-known relationship, easing the transition. Two women from Michael's past immediately stand out as frontrunners for his affections: Willow Corinthos, his former wife whose actions shattered their bond, and Sasha Gilmore Corbin, a figure tied to him through shared history and unexpected complications. The stage is set for a love triangle that promises high stakes and heart-wrenching decisions. First, let's turn our attention to Willow Corinthos, whose tumultuous choices have left a trail of devastation in their wake. Once the cornerstone of Michael's world, Willow's decision to give in to her attraction to Drew Kane was akin to setting a match to the foundation of their marriage. Picture the moment she succumbed to Drew's charm, perhaps under the dim lights of a clandestine meeting at the Metro Court, where whispered promises clouded her judgment. Many fans argue that Willow's betrayal, which fractured not only her relationship with Michael, but also the stability of their family, makes her unworthy of a second chance. Yet, there's another layer to consider. Drew's manipulation. He painted himself as her knight in shining armor, concealing a darker truth beneath his polished exterior. Imagine Willow's world crumbling as she uncovers Drew's web of deceit, perhaps discovering a hidden agenda tied to a shady business deal or a personal vendetta that used her as a pawn. The heartbreak of realizing she sacrificed everything for a facade of love will likely hit her like a tidal wave. When that moment of reckoning arrives, Willow may find herself standing in the ruins of her decisions, yearning for the genuine devotion Michael once offered. Despite her mistakes, Michael's history of loyalty standing by her through health crises and emotional storms could pave the way for forgiveness. Their shared past, built on moments of tenderness like late-night conversations in their cozy home or supporting each other during Wiley's milestones, might just be the glue that brings them back together. But will Michael's heart soften enough to rebuild what was lost? On the other side of this emotional spectrum lies Sasha Gilmore Corbin, whose connection to Michael is about to become infinitely more complicated. Unbeknownst to Willow, a shocking secret looms on the horizon, one that could tilt the scales of Michael's romantic future. Picture a clandestine night where emotions ran high, perhaps during a stormy evening at a secluded cabin near Port Charles, where Michael and Sasha found solace in each other's arms. That fleeting moment of passion resulted in Sasha's pregnancy, a revelation that will undoubtedly send shockwaves through their social circle. When Willow learns of this betrayal, it could ignite a firestorm of jealousy and insecurity within her. Imagine her grappling with the image of Michael cradling a newborn with Sasha, a child that symbolizes a bond she can no longer claim. This development might make Willow feel like an outsider in Michael's life, watching as another family unit begins to form without her. For Michael, this child represents not just a responsibility but a potential new beginning. Could he choose to embrace fatherhood fully with Sasha, stepping into a fresh chapter that includes diaper changes, lullabies, and a shared home filled with laughter? However, convincing Sasha to rekindle their romance won't be easy. She's a woman with her own scars, carrying the weight of past losses and the complexities of her own journey. Their potential reunion might involve late-night heart-to-hearts on a quiet pier, where they confront their fears and dreams under a starlit sky. The path to reconciliation with Sasha is fraught with uncertainty, but it offers Michael a chance to build something new amidst the wreckage of his past. Complicating matters further is the input of those closest to Michael, particularly Carly Spencer, his fiercely protective mother. Carly, with her sharp intuition and deep understanding of her son's heart, senses that Michael still harbors feelings for Willow, even if he's reluctant to admit it. Visualize Carly confronting Michael in the cozy confines of the Corinthos family kitchen, her eyes piercing through his defenses as she urges him to follow his heart wherever it may lead. While she may not approve of a reunion with Willow due to the pain it caused her son, Carly knows that love often defies logic. Her own history of tangled romances gives her insight into the messy, unpredictable nature of the heart. Meanwhile, she might also caution Michael about the challenges of co-parenting with Sasha while navigating a potential romance, warning him of the emotional tightrope he'll need to walk. Picture Carly organizing a family gathering at the Quartermain mansion, hoping to gauge the chemistry between Michael and both women, all while keeping a watchful eye on how Wiley and Amelia, Michael's children with Willow, react to the shifting dynamics. Carly's influence could subtly steer Michael's decisions, but ultimately, the choice will rest on his shoulders. As Michael stands at this crossroads, the future of his love life is a tangled knot of possibilities, each path fraught with its own set of challenges and rewards. If he chooses Willow, it could be a journey of redemption, where they rebuild their family piece by piece, perhaps starting with a heartfelt apology over coffee at Kelly's, a place steeped in their shared memories. Their reunion might involve couples counseling, family outings to rebuild trust with Wiley and Amelia, and quiet moments where they rediscover the love that once burned brightly. On the other hand, opting for Sasha could herald a bold new era, one defined by the joys and trials of welcoming a new child into the world. Imagine Michael and Sasha attending parenting classes together, nervously laughing over their first attempt at assembling a crib and finding strength in their shared responsibility. Regardless of his choice, co-parenting will remain a cornerstone of Michael's life, ensuring that Wiley and Amelia are never caught in the crossfire of adult drama. The writers have a golden opportunity to craft a storyline that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats, watching as Michael navigates these turbulent waters with a new actor bringing fresh energy to the role. The return of Michael Corinthos in a recast form is set to be a seismic event in Port Charles, stirring up drama that will reverberate through every corner of the town. Whether he gravitates toward the familiar comfort of Willow or the uncharted territory with Sasha, one thing is certain: the feud between these two women is destined to intensify. Picture a tense confrontation at a charity gala where Willow and Sasha exchange icy glares across a crowded ballroom, each staking their claim to Michael's future. The emotional stakes couldn't be higher, and the fallout will likely reshape alliances and enmities alike. As Michael steps back onto the canvas, his decisions will ripple outward, affecting not just his own life but the fabric of the community around him. So, dear viewers, what do you think? Should Michael fight for a second chance with Willow, or should he build a new legacy with Sasha and their unborn child? Stay tuned to ABC General Hospital spoilers for the latest updates on this captivating saga as we await Michael's return and the romantic revelations that are sure to follow. Keep your eyes peeled for more twists, turns, and tantalizing developments in the ever-dramatic world of Port Charles.